Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Dungeon of the Mad Mage. This is session 168, I think. I think I might have to start putting the session numbers back on the main page.
You don't even know?
Because I have like every recap ever done, so I can always find out very easily, but it's starting to get to that number where I'm like, how many has it been? Question mark? Look at that, PX. Alright, we have been off for 2 weeks, so it's not like we weren't going to do this anyways, but let's go ahead and kick things off with a little bit of a recap so we can all remember what dire docks we are in. So.
It immediately starts playing in my head.
I knew it would, that's why I said it. Previously, in the dungeon of the Mad Mage, the party was locked in combat with the forces of Dinrith Avrandar in the ancient temple complex of Obsidia. Their objective was to rescue Dirzana Freth and her companion Arachnophane from the clutches of House Avrandar. Their plan had been to surprise Dinrith's forces and cut them down before they could raise an alarm. But Dinrith herself, one of the 5 captains of House Avrandar, had thwarted their plan, at least enough to escape to the north, where another powerful figure, Kireth Ikorza, the High Inquisitor, held Dirzana. Ashes, Zoran, and Quailan Hland held the southern egress against a seething tide of drow warriors. Ashes had fouled the path with tangling vines, and with the added benefit of darkness gifted from Zalara, the southern doorway began to fill with bodies, and the raised shadow souls that Zoran pulled forth from them. Some of the drow fled in terror from this, while others simply had keen eyes and had seen a mage hiding down the western hallway. Regardless, this meant several drow warriors headed Ezrah's way. Some were cut down before they could move far, but eventually the half-elf did find himself cornered. But a timely intervention from his werewolf ally and a bit of magic elbow grease from himself proved enough to finish these last drow. In the meantime, though, Bones and Matashtai had engaged the spiders on the wall, intent on keeping them from signaling for reinforcements. But after felling the first 2 spiders, and after Dinrith's disappearance north, Matashtai grew concerned over what might happen if the party allowed the house captain time unchallenged. If Dinrith and Kireth were given time to coordinate, it might prove too much for the party. Or even perhaps Dirzana could be killed outright. The monk gave chase, leaving the rogue to finish what they had started. Hot on Dinrith's heels, Matashtai followed the house captain into the next chamber, where he found the imposing figure of the High Inquisitor, as well as several of her attendants and her current victim, Dirzana Freth, bound to a chair, gagged, and looking much worse for wear. Dinrith downed a potion, yelled something about the party falling for a trap, and turned on the Halaster. Matashtai defended himself, but realized he couldn't fight Dinrith, Kireth, and several other drow here on his own. But he could keep them busy. The monk reached into his pack and pulled forth his ever-smoking bottle, releasing a billowing cloud into the space. He then rushed into the chamber, attempting to find and release Dirzana Freth with some limited success. But Kireth could seemingly track the monk's movements, and over again lashed out at him, keeping him from staying in anyone's space. The High Inquisitor also had her guards hold on to Dirzana, preventing the now freed prisoner from escaping. Back in the large chamber, Bones and Mossy finished off one of the 2 remaining spiders, but Bones was unable to see the last spider through the billowing smoke, and he realized that the signaling had stopped, as if it had done its job. Quailan, Zoran, and the Dark Dancer's shadow minions moved to hold the southern hall against a new horde of spiders. Ashes, Bones, and Mossy plunged into the smoke, intent on finding Matashtai and Dirzana before reinforcements arrived. Ezrah, not to be left behind, shifted into his spark elemental form and flew to catch up, lightning amongst the clouds. The rest of the party's arrival could not come soon enough. Matashtai had found himself trapped within the smoke, and after successfully dodging several blows, the monk's luck finally ran out. Gareth Ikorza's death lance finally caught him, covering his chest in necrosis, causing him extreme pain. He would not be able to stand another blow like that. And that is where we fade into the scene. I'm going to drop you all onto the map. You may have some difficulty finding yourselves because you all have very limited vision. And before we get into things, I actually need to do a little bit of housekeeping because we've been doing a lot of things over the last couple sessions and I have forgotten some things. So I need everyone to add 1,760 experience to their character sheets for defeating the Drow Giants, the mutants that you fought in the Great Hall. And I need you to add 880 experience for defeating the Drow outpost where Quailen Hlond had been. I had forgotten to give you experience for those because I was wrapped up in the actual scenarios of what was happening. So
you said the first one was 1760?
1760 and 880. It's posted for confirmation in the game, in case you need it. Okay. It is...
What are you doing?
I'm playing D&D, mama. Yelling at cats. Casey's been doing a lot of like rearranging and things, so the cats are going a little like crazy re-exploring the house. I don't know.
Oh my god. That upsets me real bad. The number that my experience has the digits 0 through 5, but not in order.
Really? That's fun.
Oh, I don't have a 3 unless I mathed wrong.
I might have mathed wrong too. I try to, since me and you are like supposed to be equal, I try to like, tell you every now and then to see if we're still like
you're still in
line.
Sync? Yeah.
Yeah, so I just put mine in chat.
I could have also mathed wrong, but even though it's something I can easily do in my head, I still throw it in calculator just so I don't math bad.
Okay.
Well, if you calculate it, I'm going to trust yours because I winged mine.
He wings his. Alrighty. I am...
His wings of liberty.
Is that how it is?
Careful, lest he dip into his heart of the swarm.
I am going to do something a little different before we jump back into combat, okay? I am... We're gonna do something. We're gonna do something a little different. We are going to, as we fade into our players, right, or into our characters, Bones, Ezrah, Mossy, Ashes, all rushing, trying to get to the next location, trying to back Matashtai up. And Matashtai fighting for his life amidst the ever-billowing smoke. We're going to change scenes real quick. And we're going to shift far away, but not too far away. And we're going to show off a little something to both the players and the audience, right? But not to the characters. So the camera shifts away from where we currently find our heroes, our party. And it comes out of blackness, it comes out of darkness, and pans down from a web-coated ceiling. The web-coated ceiling of a massive, ruined temple nave. Drow stonemasons, suspended upside down in the saddles of their spider mounts, work to repair 6 massive marble pillars and their interconnected arches. And then suddenly their spiders begin to make strange, unsettling, clicking and chittering noises. The camera drops 50 feet down to ground level, past the minor scaffolding that a dozen or so workers move materials along around these massive marble pillars, down to the center of the chamber, down to 3 figures. It zooms in tightly on them, framed in a quiet conversation with a warped, almost melted-looking statue of Lolth blurred in the background behind them. The leftmost figure is a slight drow woman, almost frail in her construct. She seems kind of ill put together, right? Twitchy. Neither her shredded white robes nor her jagged white hair a match for her actual face. She's a full hand and a half shorter than the next tallest figure, and her dusky skin has a strangely yellow hue to it. She participates in the conversation with the other two, but it's pretty clear that she's a junior member here. The rightmost figure is the tallest. She stands confidently, one hand resting on a beautiful hilt, the blade it's attached to hidden by the dark cape the figure wears. The rest of her ensemble is made up of tight-fitting leather with patches of blue scales. The outfit is supple, soft, showing none of the stiffness of a more traditional leather armor. Her bone-white, cropped hair is a stark contrast to her unusually dark skin, even for a drow. The third figure, though middling in height, nonetheless commands the attention of the other two. She stands stiffly, looking almost uncomfortable in comparison to the relaxed ease of her taller companion. She leans slightly on a tall obsidian staff, topped with an onyx spider. Her mass of dingy white hair is braided, looped into ringlets, and pinned together in a not quite symmetrical mass. Long braids fall past her uneven features and down onto the pauldrons and web-traced breastplate that she wears. She keeps having to flick them away to keep them from catching into the metal. Something squirms at her hip, something tentacled. She reaches down and slaps it with her free hand. As the spiders above begin to chitter and click, it is this third figure, Lonwelv Ovrendar, the Queen in Obsidia, that goes silent and looks up at the ceiling. Her taller companion and favored chosen, Zres Orlezair, immediately notices and stops speaking. Her less astute companion and advisor, Chalazana, does not notice until the queen steps up to Zres, turning her back on the willowy figure and ignoring her most recent statement. Lonwelv whispers something to Zres, something that even this scene can't quite make out as the camera is zoomed in on these three. But we can see the tall warrior's eyes flash and a brief smile play across her lips. Zres about faces and begins to walk northward out of the nave. Her pace is casual, in no hurry. After all, as Mistress Lonwelv has taught her, you must never let them see you in a rush. The eyes of dozens of builders, workers, and servants all follow her, uncertain of what has just transpired. She smiles ever so slightly again. Let them wonder. It's irrelevant. They will think what they are told. And for now, she has more pressing concerns. Some little mice have dared to intrude in her mistress's territory. Dress just wishes that her mistress would let her fully off the leash, rather than go through all this pomp and circumstance. Because the ceremony of it all takes time. Gathering troops, issuing orders. So much better if she was just free to go herself, dance once more to Cerbrin's song. But her mistress has taught her well. Ruling means more than doing what you want. Perhaps she should send the hunters. They would arrive more quickly than she with the amassed troops. And then there was always Raylan. She'd been chafing against the bridle since she returned from the Beholder's lair. Yes, those would be intelligent orders, a mix of good strategy and a sufficient display of ceremony. And the camera fades to black. And we then actually fade into the scene of our players. And I say that as I now get to click 13 times, and hopefully eventually one of the times will actually swap to the appropriate scene without crashing. Ya-ta-ta, capture service. Do me a favor and work. Leaf. It's being especially rude today. Success. All right. It is turn 6 in this battle. And we're gonna do a couple of different things. We are going to, as you guys have basically removed yourselves, you've moved into a new combat. You have separated away from Quailinflond and Zaron Adaragon. They are engaging with spiders that are coming up from the south. So those entities, along with Quailinflond and Zaron, we are going to remove from the turn tracker. And we are going to focus on those that are currently involved directly in, or will soon be involved directly in this combat within the torture chamber of Kireth Ikorza.
Nice to have the turn tracker back all on screen.
Was it not?
No, I could not scroll. I could not open it wide enough to show all the combatants. Well, I guess I could when we just started.
Oh yeah.
You're saying everyone?
You're
yeah,
saying
I show everyone.
Gotcha.
I just pull it down so.
I keep it at like 6 or 7.
Yeah, I keep it on perpetually at like just 6 or 7 people.
I try to get as many as I can on there.
Okay.
Not that I'm actually like thinking
It's so much real
that far
estate.
ahead. Well, I like it because you can like mouse over anybody in the turn order and then put a yellow box on them on the map.
This individual is Okay. We are on Javon Crontain, who follows the sound of his liege's voice, and moves forward. Dirzana Freth is now released from her bonds, is not being quiet, by the way. You all can hear shouting and cursing and kicking. I say hear. It's not clear because she is still gagged. She's just unbound. So you
Too,
hear...
we could hear,
Yeah, exactly, right? So...
She's more elegant than that, Jay. Come on.
Yeah, sure, totally.
I was paraphrasing.
He is swiping and kicking, so we'll see what happens here. I believe those are the same entities. They are not the same entities. Cool. So we've got that, and we've got this. No.
Oh my god.
No luck on that one. She's just lashing out about her trying to cause problems for the people that she is with. But she is unable to do anything. Javon is going to move forward. I almost wish... you know what? I'm sure there's a way that I could do it if I really tried. But now I have not done it in time. I almost want to set all of the enemy's sight radius to the same as you guys so that I can also not see shit and just use the turn tracker to flip between people, because that would be really hilarious. But I also think that would mean we see almost nothing on the stream, so I'm not going to do that. I might experiment with that in the future, though, because that would be really funny. Javon moves up next to Karathi Korza, and there is a sudden start from him. But they seem to be muttering to each other in a very quiet elven code. So they are kind of like leading each other around. It's hard to hear them though over the crack, 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 crack of Dinrith's whip. So Javon is going to move there and then hold. And then it's Matashtai. Matashtai, you have just been grievously wounded by the death lance of Karathi Korza. And not only did that hurt a lot, right? But if memory recalls correctly, you failed your Constitution saving throw against the death lance.
You are slugged.
So you're basically Crucius cursed or whatever. You're Harry Pottered over here, writhing in basically everything it can do to not just let the pain take over you. Until the end of your turn, your movement speed is halved. You can take a bonus action or an action. You can't take both. If you use an attack action, you can only have one attack, and you do not have a reaction.
Well, I look forward to dying. I pull out my Staff of Etherealness and cast Etherealness on myself. I'm 90% sure she has, like, True Sight, or someone does. So
it doesn't
we'll see what
matter if you're in a
happens.
different plane. Like,
My
they can see you all day
goodness.
long. They can't touch you.
Okay. Yes. Holy fuck. All right. Matashtai, you're gone. All right. What do you do now?
Does that change my vision?
Oh, right, because the smoke does not.
But
smoke's
so
not
there's the thing: is you can see and hear the plane you originated from, but everything
Yes.
there looks gray, and you can't see anything more than 60 feet away.
Gotcha. So it's not like you can't see through what's originally there, right? And the smoke is originally there. So I would say, I mean, your vision improves slightly, but it only improves in this place, which doesn't really help you that much, right? Like you can see generally a little. To answer the question, not much. No, the figures that are on the material plane are still hidden by your smoke, by the smoke of the ever-smoking bottle.
Okay, cool.
Wait, where's
so
this?
then
Where's the bottle?
I have half my movement.
The bottle is on Matashtai, but where the bottle is now doesn't matter. It matters where he opened the bottle.
Yeah, so, and then I'm gonna put the bottle away.
Wouldn't it eventually dissipate if he stays in there for a longer duration?
If he it dissipates after like a minute or 10 minutes or something like that on its own. If he just puts the bottle away, if he leaves the bottle out, the area will grow, but it takes like 10 minutes for it to grow by like 10 feet. It's a long time. Yeah, it's like we got there half a day early and set this bitch up type item rather than Anyways, okay, you have transported yourself into the ethereal plane, and that is that.
Okay, and I have half my movement.
You have half your movement.
5, 10. Oh, I'm off. Oh, I'm off the grid. Oh shit. I'm trying to walk through walls.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So you
I want to be as into this wall as I can be.
How much movement do you have? 20?
25.
25? You have 50 base movement? Dear Lord Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. You can go... You want to be more north or more west?
Oh, hold on. Let me double check. Does it shunt me out if I end my turn there, or if
I don't think it shunts you out if you end your turn there, but
ends.
if you come out of etherealness there, it will shunt you out.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you take twice the number of... You take damage equal to twice the number of feet you moved in force damage.
Yeah, uh-huh. But okay. I want to be in a wall, so if they can see me, they can't shoot me.
Sure. More north or more west?
More west, if I can.
Okay, more west. You're right here.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. I'm in a wall.
All right. Matashtai goes ethereal and is fucking gone. This individual goes. And there's more quiet coded muttering in Elven. And this individual makes a wisdom saving, not a wisdom saving throw, a wisdom check. She consistently keeps failing, even as the DC keeps getting lower. She as her people. That's the last tick. That's absolutely it. Has her person go over here and do this.
Damn this shit.
Not this.
None of you are there. Matashtai left, so now stuff's happening and no one gets to hear the tale of it. Mossy is 15 feet up on a wall, having just assisted in murking a spider.
Good about that.
And everyone else has rushed down the hallway to the north. What do you want Mossy to do?
I mean, I want him to go through the wall, but I don't want him to die. So I guess I want him to not do that.
Okay, well, how would you like to go about doing that?
5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay, so not going through the wall? He's
no.
He gonna go the long way around?
No.
Okay.
And then he dashes.
Okay, he
goes
dashes.
through the frame. 5, 10, 15, 20. He's above Ezra.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
He's gliding through the walls.
Oh god. I can't. Momento. Gotta check. I don't think I... Alright, that's fine. Mossy has blind sight. No, he doesn't have blind sight. He has tremor sense.
Tremor sense, yes, sir.
Huh?
Tremor sense, correct.
So, I am going to blind Mossy, or I'm going to limit Mossy's vision, much like everyone else, but I will tell you anything that moves in Mossy's range.
Okay.
No, that's not correct. Correct?
I mean, it's 60 feet.
Yes, 60 feet from Mossy. So yeah, cool. Mossy's
If
done.
you're killing on that wire, you're done. He's dying?
I said Mossy's done.
Oh, he's done, yeah.
I don't know why he would be dying, but
I
sure,
don't know either.
he's
That's
dying.
just what I heard.
We're gonna do boop. That's an 11. That's not great. And we're gonna do boop. That's a 12. Dirzana Freth continues to struggle against her captors, but is currently she was at a disadvantage in the situation that she was in. She's wounded. She's gagged. She was on the floor when this guy jumped on her. She's having a hard time accomplishing anything. Ashes, you hear the sounds of fighting, the repeated cracking of a whip, the sounds of struggle coming from the southeast, through this fog. Your scenario is you have blind sight, so you are not disadvantaged, or not, sorry, you don't have blind sight. You are immune to the blind effect, so you are not disadvantaged by this smoke. You have, basically, you're supernaturally like perceiving things a second before they're happening, basically.
Gotcha,
Right?
gotcha.
But the smoke is still, you can't see through it, right? So it's still limiting your vision. What do you want to do?
10, 4. I am going to follow the wall. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Okay.
Is the door already open?
You come forward and you see an open door, and just to the south of you, you hear that crack, 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 really loud.
45. Okay. That's all my movement from just movement.
Okay.
I would like to think that traveling with these companions for a long time, I'm familiar with just their general body odor, or maybe if they have halitosis. I'm probably pretty attuned to everybody's farts.
You have
like,
advantage on
having really strong
perception checks,
noses.
don't you, for smelling?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm I want to see if I can get a general direction of maybe where Matt is.
Wow, Matt has bad breath. That's now canon.
I'm saying everybody does. I mean, when you're out on the road.
He eats weird alien pancakes for breakfast.
Yeah, all those weird alien pancakes.
That's what it is.
They're normal pancakes. You Neanderthals just don't know how to make pancakes.
That's how it is. Yep. There's a rodent's tail in it or something like that that's ground up for extra
Super
flavor
normal.
or something.
Why?
Yeah.
Why would I eat rodents' tails?
I don't know.
Because it's normal.
Look,
That's what- I
it's
mean, that's probably
normal.
normal
It's
for
normal
aliens, right?
and a hard life in Adar. I don't know what you want from me. Okay. So you're just trying to see if you can locate
I don't want to fight.
Matashtai via his scent.
Mhm.
Roll me a perception check at advantage. You're sniffer.
Get to sniffing.
I inhale. 21.
21. He's been here. He's bled here. He's bled a lot here. He's bled a lot here to the south.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. I'm gonna use my action to dash.
Okay.
I'm going. I guess I'm just going south. 5. Oh god, there's somebody already.
You walk south, and as you do, the sound of that cracking whip is so loud, you realize you are almost on top of the source of it.
There's a green dot over this person. I can't see their token. Who dis?
Who dis? I mean, you don't know. You can't
Right.
actually see. You see all of a sudden you step forward and you see a silhouette in the darkness, right? As a cracking whip goes past your face.
Oh, so this person is doing the Kraken.
This person seems to be doing the cracking, yes. And it wasn't an attack at you. They are cracking their whip back and forth across the entrance of this space, so that if someone walks into it, right, they might get hit.
All right, me being here, do they seem to notice me?
Yes. About the moment you notice them,
Even though he's invisible?
Oh no, he is invisible. Actually,
Oh yeah, I am invisible.
you are invisible. Yes.
But it doesn't matter.
Very cool. Shit. Un momento. My brain. That is. Yeah, actually, you step close, and the crack, crack, crack goes crack, crack. And you get the impression that this person knows you're here.
Hi. Honestly, I guess that's. Well, I kind of want to go down towards Matt, but now that this person knows I'm here, I do not want to.
They realize where you're at. There's a cracking whip, and this time it is aimed at you. It just misses you. You realize.
Hey. Christ.
Got a free bonus action.
No, I've used my bonus action to dash.
No,
You used your action to dash.
No, I used my. Oh, I do have a bonus action.
You do have a bonus action.
Hun, let's see.
I mean, if you can bonus action dash, then
Yeah,
I like,
I know, right?
I like how he's over. I do have a bonus action. Very nice.
do. Let's see. No.
No.
No, that's out. I'm good. I don't have any. I didn't attack, so I can't attack.
Okay. You immediately
that's it.
hear the whip cracks near your head. It's a miss, but it was actually an attack at you, and then you hear a call out from the individual next to you in Elvish. You don't speak Elvish, so you're unsure of what is said. But it's a bark, right? Like it's a alert.
Am I close enough to hear?
You are roll me a perception check. You might, but there's a lot of noise in the room, so you might not hear over it.
Am I rolling with the elemental form or?
You are in elemental form right now, yes. So you would use the elemental stats.
I don't think that actually matters. So there's that.
12. I think you might hear random bits and shouts of Elvish from the next room, but with all the other noise there, it's hard to make out exactly what's getting said. There's a lot of things getting said. You hear a lot of things like, "Get them! Hold the prisoner! Don't let her escape! One here! Where'd that one go?" You know? So. Alright, that's Ash's turn. Bones, you're up. There's shouting and fighting and struggling coming from the southeast.
Shouting and fighting and struggling. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Well, that's what I can do. I'm joking. Bonus action dash. 5,
the guy who can cover like 300 feet in a fucking turn.
25. Yeah, that's Ash's. 30.
You
Sorry,
bump into an
25.
Ashes.
Okay.
You're free to go around or go through. But you do sense the presence of you see a silhouette striking out at Ashes in the smoke.
I see a silhouette striking out at Ashes.
It's like full on like old fantasy cartoon or anime where like there's smoke, but when people are walking through the smoke, you see like the black outline of them, you know?
Sweet. I was at 25, so I have 5 more feats. I will go here.
Okay. That's your bonus action.
That's my bonus action. I acted with a bonus. I will now. Yes, no, thank you. I will just kind of short throw down.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
What does that mean?
I'm gonna whip it right past his head of that guy that was there.
Okay. Gotcha. Disadvantage attack.
Is it disadvantage though?
Yes, it is a disadvantage attack. You cannot see the target.
Okay, but
But
listen here.
But
They can't see me.
oh right. I say laughingly, but that's actually correct. Everyone in this
So,
situation is advantaged and disadvantaged
technically-
because everyone, except for technically Ashes. Ashes is the only person not afflicted with blind right now. So Ashes is the only person who doesn't have advantage or disadvantage right now. So everyone is neutral. So you are a wash. Take your shot.
Yeah.
Baby boy, stop.
24.
24.
Sneak attack.
24.
30
similarly-
damage.
So you can sneak attack, even
The
though
Ashes is there.
even though you do have disadvantage. You can sneak attack because your ally is there, which
Well,
makes
Does
sense.
not have disadvantage.
It's at normal.
Well, you do still have disadvantage. They're canceled out. Is
No.
that how that works? You know what? I've never
Yeah.
actually like
It's
done
at
that.
normal.
Yeah,
'Cause they
because
can't see
they
me, but
cancel
I
each other
can't
out.
see
So,
them.
you're
so
at
he
normal.
is not swinging at disadvantage
No.
because if he was, regardless of the other
He
scenarios,
couldn't get disadvantage.
exactly.
He couldn't get
He is
sneak
not
attack.
swinging at disadvantage because they cancel out.
Because they cancel out. Yeah, that's what it is. So you resolve whether you have advantage or disadvantage first by doing the math of canceling
Yes.
things out. So it's just normal. So he doesn't have disadvantage. Okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Fantastic. So that is a 24 to hit. There is there? There is. Probably there is. Yes, because
Sure hope that guy was hostile.
Huh?
Said sure hope that guy was hostile. Because I guess I don't actually know.
There is a curse. Ashes, you smell bones come up behind you, and then you hear the telltale whistle of one of his daggers whirling through the air. And then you hear a curse from the person who just tried to strike you with a whip.
You got him. Good throw.
Nice. Ashes is so gruff today.
It's the smoke.
You got him. It's
It's getting in there.
Nice. Okay, anything else for you, Bones?
Yeah, I'm a whisper. I'll whisper real quiet like. Now that's Ashes. Yeah, I said, where's Matt? Because I don't know.
I don't know either.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that's concerning.
There's a lot of his blood around. He's
That's
hurt
concerning.
wherever he is.
There's a lot of his blood around.
The last
okay.
thing I'm gonna say, and I don't expect an answer to this. I'm gonna say, we should find him and leave. And that's it.
This is gonna be because people can't see anything here. Maybe that is actually not going to hit. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
wings.
So there's that. Done with that. Ashes. You feel movement as that person that Bones just daggered comes the fuck at you. Like, hard at you. Again, though,
Okay.
because of your crossbow, you are not affected by the blind condition. This individual is affected by the blinded condition, meaning that normally everyone right now in the smoke is just at normal because they have both advantage and disadvantage. But you don't have that, so this person just stays straight disadvantage, attacking you. So,
Okay.
Um,
AC is 20.
you hear another crack of the whip. Ooh, 15.
Oh no!
It
I
goes.
guess
I mean,
what
he
I'm
can't
not
be
wearing.
quick anyways.
Well,
Oh,
that's
you're
true.
not wearing it?
I'm wearing
It's
a
the one
breastplate.
time he's not wearing it. Y'all got him to not wear it because of the
Jeremy.
stealth mission, and now I can't crit him because I gotta roll
That would have been
disadvantage.
500
I hate it.
gold from that.
My life is pain. No. All right. So this individual lashes out, cracks the whip. It misses. They realize that it misses. And you hear a soft curse from them. And then you see, coming low and from the left, this gleaming green longsword, streak up towards your face. And I think we are going to... Nope, that's when you hit. Nope, that's when you hit. Nope, that's just for damage. Nope, that's unfortunate. Did not get the thing. Great. We swing. $15 again.
That'll miss.
You lean back as this green-coated longsword slicks past your face, and just the tiniest little drop of some sort of liquid flings off of the longsword itself, hits your cheek, and just sizzles a little bit as the corrosive cleaver misses you. Thanks very much for the follow. I appreciate it. And then we go for another corrosive cleaver attack. I'm so sad.
Wow. That would have been another crit.
Sad.
Nah.
Roll 1d20. Let's see if we confirm the critical. We do
They're not-
confirm the critical. Okay.
They're
I will
not
give
crits,
you
though.
your
They're
I will give
not.
you your choice here, Ashes, since you are the individual that has done you're the individual who has the advantage here because of your crossbow. Do you want to... You can make a free attack against this person, or you can see if this person... I will let you contest it against this person. Contested strength to try to disarm them from this corrosive cleaver longsword.
I will say disarming sounds very tempting because I would love nothing more than see the thing just disappear into the smoke.
Yeah? Alright.
So contested strength,
Roll me an athletics check. Yep.
athletics, I will get it at advantage.
Absolutely you will. And Dinrith will not. The 14.
18.
There you go. Yeah, the second, so swings up low, comes across, flicks some acid, turns, tries to come for your stomach. You step in, grab the wrist, and just shake it really fucking hard, right? And it's unexpected in this in this low visibility. This individual is not expecting you to be able to read their movements like this, and you hear the blade clatter to the ground, and you are able to, in this moment, I'll say, kick it in a direction that you want to kick it. What direction would you like to kick it?
Let's go southeast.
Southeast. Okay,
I'll like stomp on it and just slide my foot back.
gotcha. Roll me another athletics check.
28.
Okay. Yeah, you hear this scraping of metal slide across the ground, and then you hear it kind of like ting, clang, clang, like as it hits something. It hits some sort of wall or something like that. Okay. That is Dinrith's turn. That is no. Actually, yes, because they cannot use their battle command ability because they can't fucking see anything. Thanks, Matashtai. Woohoo! Wahee! I'm so sad. Okay,
I got
Ezrah,
you.
you're up.
The fuck am I supposed to do?
Yeah, good fucking question.
5,
Blind lightning bolts.
15.
Control the
20,
wind.
25.
Unlimited power.
I mean, yeah,
30.
Ezra's aware of this item that Matashtai has. You know that a strong wind can disperse the smoke if you so choose. But you also know that if you don't want that to happen, don't do strong
It doesn't
wind.
just benefit us if I do that.
Exactly. Like, it might not, it might not, it depends.
Nope.
So
Benefit us a lot because we can, extract.
but it also means that the enemy will be unhindered in fighting you. It's a double, like, this type of scenario is definitely a double-edged sword, right? It's like, is it better or is it worse?
I would be of the opinion that it would definitely benefit us more to have it if we knew what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
But we don't.
Sure.
So
If you were trying to play the long game, it might benefit more, but you guys are now potentially in a rush, so who knows. Anyways, Ezrah, you begin to... You don't sprint, you're flying. You are literally like lightning crackling through a storm front as you go down this hallway full of smoke.
As I get to this point and I see
Sure.
my allies and I see someone else, do I hear the whip coming from that person to the
Yeah, so you hear
west?
occasionally,
Okay.
like, this person seems to be locked. You're not sure who it is, but you pretty are positive that they're fighting your allies, and you hear the whip cracking from this general location. Are you going over them?
No, I'm going through them.
You're going through them? Okay.
I'm an elemental.
But, all right, fair enough.
And as weird question.
Sure.
Technically, I can't see them, but I am them.
Okay. What?
Do
what
I
it-
still get blinded if
Yes.
I melee attack them?
Yes, unfortunately.
I am all around them.
Yeah, that's true. But I think honestly, if you ever did that to anyone anyways, that would probably also be pretty hard to do.
And yeah, I'm gonna start channeling my shocking grasp for the creature
Okay.
that is now inside me.
Absolutely. You
I
run,
can do
you
this
basically
twice?
fly into them. Yep. Yeah, because it's not really a spell
Oh,
for
you
the
don't have it
elemental
set
form.
to
It's basically like a touch
disadvantage.
attack for the elemental form. You know? So a 13 does not hit this individual's AC.
So that was just me rolling the.
26 does though.
Okay, that was me just rolling at disadvantage.
Again, you would not have disadvantage. It would be normal because they
Okay.
are also
Okay, you're
blinded.
right.
You are
Cool.
also blinded. Same
Okay,
effect
then we're
as
good.
Bones. So the first one, because you get to do it twice, right? The first one's a miss. The second one's a hit. So you kind of like lightning elemental crackle lightning streak over into this creature's space, and they're like, what the fuck? You actually hear in Elvish this kind of like hair raised, startled, what the fuck statement, because they are not expecting this at all. And the first one it's less that you miss and it's more that you haven't really done this before and it's kind of a new thing. And then you basically just like plunge your hands into the chest of this creature and begin to zap them.
So a note on my electric form.
Yeah.
A creature that touches or hits with a melee attack using a metal weapon takes 1d8 lightning damage.
Yes.
By me encompassing them, is that them touching me, or would it be at the start of their turn that they
Is
would
there
take
an
the damage?
ability that you have for moving into their space, or is it just electric form allows you to move into their space?
I thought Ash just took her damn sword. Is the whip metal?
I mean-
he threw it.
He threw it, but there's other metal items on this individual.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Let's see. Moves through space. In addition, can enter. Yeah, okay. Enters the space on the turn. So the effects don't stack. You either get the lightning damage for them hitting you, or you get the lightning damage for them entering their space. So you moved into her space. She takes lightning damage. Done.
Okay.
Period. So roll me an extra d8. She takes an extra d8 because you moved
And
into
then
her space.
on her turn, would she take damage?
No,
That's that second part. First time entering the space, or I'm encouraging it because I'm moving in. Okay.
You are doing it.
That
Yeah,
works.
when you move into the creature's space on your turn, that creature takes damage the first time. So you can basically like go lightning and just zoom through a bunch of people and deal like D8, 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 right? You know, that type of situation. But you'll take attacks of
Did that
opportunity
actually
for
roll a
doing it.
d8, or did that just roll an 8?
I think it just rolled an 8. Yeah. Roll again.
No, it's the same
No.
thing.
Oh,
So,
it doesn't.
yeah, no,
it doesn't. It doesn't show you the math when you hover anymore.
I don't like that.
I don't like that at all.
Fucking roll 20.
No.
Give me the math.
Give me my math back. Give me my math. Okay,
That's
well,
how we like
fair enough.
figure
Though.
out we're doing something wrong.
Eight damage
Or
though.
right.
All right.
So back and yeah, exactly. That's how we figure out how we're doing shit correctly. So 8 damage on that first one, or 8 damage moving into the space, and then the shocking grasp that hits is another 13 damage, and Dinrith now does not have reactions. So fucking cool, sweet.
And I'm just gonna hang out. Let her glow up.
Okay, sounds like fun. Alrighty. Boop boop boo, boop boop boo. There is, so this individual that you've attacked is cursing loudly, and after you shock the shit out of him, she yells out in Elvish, she yells out, "Kareth, help! They're here! They're on me!" And you hear this kind of like, and in reality, you shouldn't hear it over all of the other shit that is happening. But again, this is like anime cinematography type scenario. You hear the click, click, click of stilettos walking across the floor towards all of you. Bones, Ashes, and Ezra all hear this click, click, click as Kareth Ikorzia moves towards the sounds of battle. She moves
There's stilettos or something.
Yes.
As you do.
Yes, as one does, right?
Hi.
And she walks right up into base to base with all of you. And seemingly knows you are all there. Except for Bones. Bones, I need you to roll a stealth check for me.
I mean, I'm not invisible.
Yeah, you're not invisible. She knows you're there.
that
She
matters.
seemingly seems to know Ashes is also there. You don't know if she knows that Bones is there or not, right? Bones, again, you guys can't see her per se, but you can see her silhouette. And you see in the silhouette of something that she is holding this kind of like wispy, dark, almost purplish energy, right? And she's gonna make an attack.
Yeah.
What? Is she casting a spell? What?
She is not casting a spell.
Oh, okay then.
Jeremy, is she casting a spell?
She's
I'm
not
just letting you know,
casting a spell.
I'm waiting. I'm ready. I don't gotta see.
She's ready. She's not casting a spell. You see ashes. You see a lance. Really, honestly, less of a lance and more of a overly large bident. Streaked
Walking
with
back that description, huh?
purplish miasma shoot out of the clouds towards, or out of the smoke towards you. She does have disadvantage because you do not have the blind condition.
Also, because it's a lance.
Oh, well, she... Never
But
mind.
she's
I'm
within
kidding.
5 feet of someone.
She has
Um,
abilities.
stuff and things.
Is her ability that
things
she
and
is
stuff.
half horse?
Maybe.
Well,
Possibly.
if it is, then I cede the point, and
Uh,
more power to you. I admit that you should be able to do that, and I bless it.
I need to reference something
Good
real
thing you
quick.
have final say.
Correct. It is a good thing.
Fuck. Too many random conditions. Condition. Okay. Yes.
It's just rip the band-aid off, please.
I'm trying. There's too
rip
many
the Band-Aid off.
specifics.
You're pulling it slow.
Okay. See,
It hurts more.
Yep.
That's the point.
Perfect. Yep. This is about. Does not affect. Such an interesting. The ever smoking bottle is such an interesting thing because it makes a very real deterrent. It's not an illusion, it's not darkness, it's just actual smoke getting in your fucking eyes and blocking your goddamn vision. Right?
Yep.
That is truly interesting.
That's the strength of Fog Cloud too.
Right.
For a first level spell, it's
Absolutely. So, Karathikors swings at you. Let's see how it goes. Sorry for the suspense.
You don't have to apologize. I'm
Disadvantage.
just being funny.
23.
That hits.
Do you have anything you can do?
I have 20 AC, and I can add 2 to it.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. Oh boy. You are unprepared with the unerring aim as the lance streaks out of the smoke. Clips
I'm
you,
assuming that
right? Like you
piercing
bring
is
up Zalar to
100%
like
magical.
fend it off, and it streaks through your shoulder, and you feel a hunk of flesh ripped up, right? Right where your breastplate would have otherwise, right, defended you. This is bullshit.
Oof.
It
Salt
is a
in the
magical
wound.
weapon, so you do take the full 14 piercing. Are you resistant to necrotic?
I am not
You
resistant to necrosis.
take
He's
another
immune
20.
to it.
You're
I'm
immune
immune, yeah.
to it. As this lance hits
It
you
actually
in,
heals him.
as this lance hits you in the shoulder, you feel intense ripples of pain wash over your body. I need you to roll a DC 18 Constitution saving throw.
Your favorite.
Well, I'm gonna have to. You know what? I'm actually gonna have to make one of those anyways. Here in a second. 16.
You are racked with pain. It almost takes you to your knees. Until the end of your next turn, your move speed is halved. You can take a bonus action or action on your turn, not both. If you take the attack action, you get one attack, and you do not have a reaction. As you are doubled over by the intense pain of the
Also,
weapon
I
that
was
has hit you.
concentrating on
Smite.
branding smite and that 34. So I'm gonna have to make a
Gotcha.
17
Yes,
Constitution
DC
saving
17.
throw.
Yep.
Okay. I made it.
Yay! You keep your branding smite. Very nice.
I
know.
actually had a plan for this. It's a stupid little plan, but maybe it'll do something.
For now, until she hits you 2 more times.
Yeah,
then
and I
just-
lose it.
Ezra, you are
balls.
streaking through the air around Dinrith Obrandar, and you see, woof, you hear this kind of like cry of agony come out from ashes, and then you see this lance, this purple miasma-covered lance shoot through
It hits.
You don't know that. 14!
It does not hit!
We're back to rolling like I'm
What
attacking
the
Mitch.
fuck?
We're back to rolling
What was
like I'm
that?
attacking Mitch.
What was
There
that
we
a
go.
roll ago?
She swings at
Like,
Ezra.
either of those could have gone towards Ashes.
She swings at Ezra with her third attack.
Oh.
22.
Yeah, that hits. That hits.
There we go. That one
That
hits.
hits. That one
Okay.
hits. You
All
were
right.
one shy of hitting me the last time with your garbage rolls.
Oh, what?
Wow. Wow.
What?
Wow.
Huh?
Wow, impressive.
Huh?
What? 4 ones. I love.
I beg thine pardon.
What are the odds?
Oh my
That's
god.
pretty crazy.
What are the odds?
all right. The lance streaks out, rips through your electrical form, right? Like rips through it, passes through the space that you are also passing through, and you feel some of your electricity discharge, shunted away from the metal of the weapon. She does take damage for hitting you, right? So roll me a d8. Yeah, so she immediately takes 4 damage as the lightning courses down the metal of the Death's Lance. But you take 8 piercing and 4 necrotic. You're not resistant or immune to any of that, right?
We already established those are considered magical attacks.
Yep.
That would be the only thing that I would
Okay.
have resisted.
Sounds good.
In this scenario.
Then in this particular case, as you are hit for the first time by the Death Lance, I need you to roll me a DC 18 Constitution saving throw.
Alright. I do not have anything in elemental form that does additional.
Doesn't
but
matter.
That should be good.
Big energy over here. Holy.
I took damage though, so I
Yes.
have to roll concentration on invisibility.
Okay, gotcha. Yep.
I'm assuming I still get Warcaster for that check.
Yes, it is still you should still have any feats you have access to. You're good. Cool. Okay. You do feel pain ripple through your form, but whether it's because you're in your spark elemental form or just because you are able to shrug it off, it does not debilitate you as it has the others so far. And that is the end of turn 6. We are on to turn 7. And a couple things happen immediately, but they happen off screen. So that happens. And that is that. Fantabulous. We go back to the top of the turn. This individual moves up to support his liege, and can vaguely make out these same silhouettes that everyone else is making out. Sees this lightning thing going around his ally, and is gonna swing at disadvantage against that
It
thing.
hits.
Does it? Does it? Oh, we'll see. We have short sword. Actually, not a disadvantage. I'd say that for verification. Let me double check. Ezra's spark elemental form. Yes, okay. Doesn't have any sort of special. He's not an earth elemental. Doesn't have like tremor sense or anything like that. So.
Nope.
Okay. This guy is gonna swing. Just swing. Short sword at normal because you're both affected by blind. 26.
Told you.
That one will hit.
I am immune to poison.
You are immune to poison, and this is not a magic weapon, so you only take 5 piercing damage. This enemy is not equipped to handle a lightning elemental, so it's just lashing out, and when it streaks through, it takes how much damage from you? Another 6 damage. Fuck yeah.
It takes more than it
It takes more than it dealt to you. It's gonna swing again. It just curses and swings again. Ooh. Roll Please don't confirm another critical on myself. Thank you. God damn. Okay, Matashtai, you are in a fucking wall.
Okay.
You're in
So
a wall.
do I have like any?
I need to make
Concept.
a con save.
You do? Okay, yes, because you got hit. Yeah, you're good.
I make it. Oh, jeez. Barely.
That got close. What was your question, Mitch?
So do I have like any concept of where anyone is?
You are in a
now?
fucking wall, and you can't see through the wall. You just see, like, the ethereal plane is just, like, interminable space, and you've stepped into a space that from the material realm is inside of a wall, so your vision isn't blocked per se, but you can't see further into the material realm. You can see mostly fine into the ethereal realm now, because you don't have this layered like effect. So, you know, the issue is being in the ethereal realm inside an obstacle, basically.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna head. Am I still slowed?
You are no longer affected by any of the prior effects that you had.
Okay.
It is just for the turn that you were afflicted.
All right. I'm gonna start with a bonus action to drink a greater.
Okay. Absolutely. Fantastic.
19.
Hell yeah! One off max! My god!
Pretty damn good.
That's
I like
fucking
that.
awesome.
All right. I'm gonna head north out of the wall.
Okay.
I'm stuck. I cannot move through the wall.
You move 5, 10, and 15 through the wall. You are now back in smoke.
Okay. So I still see nothing.
Again, right, like you have this kind of like double layered vision. In the ethereal realm, you just see kind of like open space around you. But in the material realm, that smoke is still there, preventing you from seeing the things that are there.
Can I read the smoke? Is there any way that the smoke has started shifting from people running through it?
Read it? Oh. I'm pretty sure it says in the description of the ever-smoking bottle that it takes like a 10-mile-an-hour wind in order to slowly dissipate the smoke. And it takes like...
Alright, fuck it. I shout out, where are you guys?
Can you speak from the ethereal realm? Can you...
I can hear.
You can hear, but I don't know that you can... I don't know that you can interact across the border.
Let's see.
Cloud disperses after 10 minutes.
Yeah.
A moderate wind, 11 to 20 miles per hour, can also disperse it after 1 minute. A strong wind, 21 or more miles per hour, can do so after 1
Oh
round.
no, they
Yeah,
can't
no one is
perceive
moving
me.
so fast as to cause a 21 mile per hour wind or more currently.
I feel like phone.
I mean, I don't think it would disperse, but I would see stuff moving in a way.
Oh, well, if you want to kind of like know where people are, you can hear. Whether you can speak or not is a different matter, but you can hear fighting back the way you came, back in the room.
Okay. Do I hear the sounds of any of my allies?
Yeah, you hear ashes roaring, and you hear the clanging of various metals, and you keep hearing this kind of like. That sounds relatively reminiscent of Ezrah when he's shocking the shit out of things with lightning bolts. And you hear the appropriate cries of pain, along with all of those other things as well.
It's my shocking personality, Jeremy. Get it right.
You don't hear Bones, but that's by Bones' design. You know?
Okay.
So he could be anywhere.
So how much should I use to get out of here? 5, 10, 15?
Use 15.
20, 25, 30, 35. Oh, close the door.
Close the door on yourself, trapping
40,
everyone inside.
45. Okay.
You
So I see
roll up
someone in front of
on
me.
the silhouette of a werewolf fighting against a lightning drow? Question mark?
Okay.
It's a Super Saiyan draw!
Yeah, pretty much.
Interesting.
Super Saiyan, Drow Super Saiyan.
SSJ 13.
All right, well, I'm gonna step over here for now. Let me double check. Is it an action?
You
dismiss
step over there and you can't. You run into something.
it? Oh. But I can travel through walls.
Oh, right. Never mind. I'm sorry. I forgot. I'm sitting here thinking you step into a space and realize you are sharing the ethereal space of where Bones is sitting. You
Oh,
feel this
gotcha.
cat-like outline within you? Question mark?
You
Okay.
feel like you suddenly became a furry.
Yeah, there you
that's
go.
good.
You put on a
Anyway.
fursuit.
I step to the side.
Okay, gotcha.
Let me double check to drop ethereal. I think it's an action, so I want.
I do believe it is an action. Yeah.
Actually, can I use an action to also drink a potion, or is it one and done?
It's supposed to be one and done because we at the beginning of the campaign we basically gave you guys the ability to do potions as a bonus action since you didn't have a healer, right? So to prevent the abuse of it, I think we made it to where you're only supposed to drink
Yes.
a potion a turn.
One
Right.
healing potion per turn. I thought we were still on the fence about
Doing like a healing potion as like your bonus action, and then doing like some other potion as
like
an
a
action
potion of giant strength.
Yeah. I
or
think that's kind of what we had
invisibility or
gone
something
to.
like that.
Yes.
Okay, then I'm going to actually stop back here, and
Oh.
I'm going to drop out of ethereal.
Okay. Gotcha. No longer on the ethereal plane. No longer in the land of the One Ring.
And hopefully no one sees me to murder me immediately.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. Anything else for your turn?
Nope. That's all I can do.
You hear, you all hear a lot of Elven shouting. Ezra, you're right on top of them. You hear a commanding voice yell out, "Larlir, get up here! We need your healing."
Sorry, who said that? I was taking my earbuds out.
You have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you actually don't even understand it because it's shouted. You don't speak Elvish, do you?
No, I'll speak that shit ass
Yeah,
language.
it's shouted. It's shouted in Elvish. Only Ezra knows what's going on.
Aggressively.
Wow.
Oh. Okay. Let me do some stuff that y'all can't see.
There's a crack of thunder as you all hear, "There's a healer coming."
Okay. Mossy's up.
Okay. He still can't see, so he's gonna come around 5, 10, 15, 20, dash 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay. Mossy can now sense basically every entity in this room. Is Mossy's 15 feet up, right? On the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mossy, I'm gonna give Mossy vision back, because Mossy can basically see every individual in this chamber now. I say see, he can sense every individual in this chamber now. So he can see that there's basically like a line of scrimmage that has formed near the entryway to this chamber where all of Mossy's allies are fighting against a cluster of drow. And in the back of the room, there are two drow struggling on the floor against each other.
Okay.
Anything else for Mossy's turn?
He can't reach anyone. He's 15 feet in the air.
Yep, sounds good. You done.
done.
We struggle bus. 17. We struggle bus. 5. There's a curse situation, and then Ezra, you hear in Elvish. What is it? What is I messaged you on Roll20. You hear that in Elvish.
No need.
Okay. Ashes, you have just been stabbed by a fucking lance that has ripped your body apart with pain. Your movement is halved. You can take a bonus action or an action. If you take the attack action, you get 1 attack. You have no reaction. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna assume that even if we've got like a pincer thing going, with the smoke, we're not really gonna be able to do.
You're not actually flanking, partially because Ezra is just in the creature and as much of a hindrance as he is a help from a flanking scenario, right? Because you got to not hit him,
Right.
But
I'm saying even if somehow we manage to get flanking in this situation.
Well, if you manage to get flanking in this situation, you could get advantage because you are not afflicted by the blinded condition. But basically, no one else can right now.
All right. Well, I'm just going to attack normally to the south with a normal attack once normally.
Again, clarity here. Everyone else is blinded, and you are not.
Okay.
You don't attack at normal. You attack at advantage.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. I attack at advantage.
So your situation is just like, you can't see people, but once you find someone in the darkness, you can start ripping them apart, basically.
28.
28. You're attacking who?
Lance Lady to the south.
Lance Lady to the south. Okay.
It's a miss.
Yeah, only 36 or higher.
28 being a miss is ouch.
Terrifying.
My god. No, that's a hit. Absolutely.
Okay. So here is the attack, and then branding smite procs.
Okay.
What is branding? There we go. So ignore the 9, but it does an additional 8.
Okay. Another
The
8.
target becomes visible. I guess if it's invisible, it's not. So I guess, and sheds a 5-foot radius of dim light.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if that's going to help at all.
I don't know that it actually helps in the smoke,
because it's
but
smoke,
you know. Done though. Anything else?
I wish
Okay.
there was, but
Gotcha.
my only option is to run away. And have we sounded the retreat? Are we going? What are we doing?
Trying to
We
rescue
still are
dudes on
trying
a
to get the
friend.
hostage.
Okay,
Yeah, we
well
haven't
then
saved the
I'm just
person
gonna try to be the tinky boy that I am and hope for the best.
Tanky boy.
In turn.
All right, Bones. You see Ashes get hit, get racked with pain, lash back out, make contact with something to the south, but then not be able to fight through the pain anymore to do anything else. Ashes, you're no longer afflicted with that. That's done. So your next turn should be regular.
Okay.
But Bones, what do you want to do?
Bones.
No, I keep muting. Sorry, I'm muting because we're talking to PX.
Yeah, no worries.
I can't fucking mute.
Mm-hmm. It's
None
a
of
problem.
us can see. Yes, it is a problem.
But also a solution.
Yeah, it's both. I would like. Okay, so. Okay, so I know, but Bones doesn't know that she's like down there struggling. Is she like making noises? Is there struggling noises?
No, yeah, you can hear to the south of you. Actually, I will say this, Bones, your freakishly high perception. You all can hear the various sounds of battle and fighting, and to the south of you, these sounds of struggle. Some of you hear it more than others. Some of you are more in tune with your perception. Some of you are just distracted by getting your ass fucking beat, right? Bones, you are, one, the knight, which affords you a little bit more of a peaceful conflict, and two, you have freakishly high passive perception. You hear that struggle go silent.
I hear the struggle go silent.
You
That's
hear the
concerning.
struggling to the south
It stops.
stop, and then you hear a voice from the south call out in Elvish, but you don't know what it says.
Okay. And it's not. Is it a voice I recognize?
No, I would say it's not a voice you
speak
recognize.
with her. Okay, interesting. All right. Well. All right. I don't know what's down there, but I'm gonna go look anyway.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to crush a fetish.
Oh.
So I can become ghost again.
Okay.
I am now Ghost Man.
Okay.
Also invisible.
How long are you ghost?
I don't fucking 10 minutes.
10 minutes, I think.
10 minutes.
Yeah, it's a while. Hold on.
Christ.
It's being real slow. I can
I
click
mean,
on it.
depending on how this combat goes, it could be for the rest of your life.
It could be.
Oof.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, I am Ghost now.
You're a ghost
and the
now.
reason I'm doing that is because I don't know what's south of me, and I want to just be able to go down south.
Mhm.
So 5,
Sounds like a plan.
and 15.
Please roll
20.
me a stealth check as you're moving.
Okay.
He's a ghost. He's invisible.
Oh, yeah.
And I make no sound when I move.
And
Yeah.
you make no sound.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, something like the knight. Okay.
5,
The
10,
knight has nothing on Bones.
At this point, it's getting pretty sketchy, yeah. You walk a little ways to the south, past the fighting, the majority of the fighting, and you sense a figure in the darkness near you. You do not know if it's friend or foe.
Okay. 25. Please move. Thank you, pink guy. 25. All right. So there's something here.
Yep. There is a person. You have moved next to a person. You do not know if it's friend or foe.
I'm gonna poke it. I'm gonna say, "Hey, there's Anna." I'm not gonna poke it. I'm gonna call out, "Hey, there's Anna."
There's roll me an athletics. Roll me an athletics or acrobatics check.
Okay.
I mean, I guess
I rolled a 32.
I guess I'll try, but that seems very unlikely. Yeah, did not happen. You sense, you hear this kind of like muffled start of surprise from this individual, and then you see the shadow lunge towards you, and you instinctively dodge slightly out of the way as the thing tries to shoulder check you and just basically like rushes through where you were.
Okay, well, that's clearly not them, so I will continue going down.
You actually believe it to be Dirzana.
Oh, I believe it to be Dirzana.
You just startled the fucking shit out of her as she's trying to escape through this fucking smoke, and so she just tried to, like, shoulder check you.
Oh, okay, well, if I believe it's just, I say, hey, it's me! It's Bones!
Okay. There's again, like,
her.
there's this muffled, like, reaction from her, but, like, she doesn't come at you again.
Yeah. Okay,
And I mean, I think Bones is one, the players already know, but I think Bones is a 14th level adventurer, astute enough to understand, and has again a freakishly high passive perception. She's mumbling. Her mouth is closed. She's gagged, right? So she can't respond well to you, but she's like, right?
okay,
like,
so I haven't used an
towards you.
action. I haven't used an action. Can I use an action to try and cut the gag out of her mouth, or
Yeah,
fire
sure,
gag?
100%.
All right, that's what I would like to do. PX, no one needs you.
You having identified yourself and having not immediately attacked her, right? Like, she seems to accept somebody's here to fucking save her, right? Like, she realizes that. So she does not resist as you kind of like reach up and help ungag her. And you realized she's partially freed. Her legs are freed. Her hands are still semi-bound, right? As if like one hand is partially unbound and the other hand's still bound, which prevented her from actually ungagging herself. But you reach out, pull the gag off or cut the gag off, and then she immediately is... Room to the east! Arachnofane is there! We must rescue her! And that is basically the extent of your turn.
Okay.
Or the extent of your interaction with her in this turn. You may technically still have movement left or something like that if you want to do that.
I have 5 feet, but
Up to you. You can hear there is another figure southwest, back where the struggling originally was, that is kind of like searching through the smoke towards you and Dirzana.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I will say, then I'll just be like, follow me, let's go. And I'll use my 5 feet to go back up.
Sounds good. This guy is gonna make a perception check. Dirzana is gonna make a stealth check. Oop. I'm rolling privately. He rolled an 18 perception. Dirzana rolls a 10. So you step away, and then you hear this shout, and you see Dirzana is assailed by an individual that just runs and jumps and tries to like grab her and drag her to the ground. So he's gonna make an athletics check. Drow are not especially great at athletics checks. That is a 12. She's gonna make an acrobatics check to contest. Now that she's on her feet, and she's not like she's maybe got a little bit more of a grounded scenario. She can actually use her acrobatics. Yeah, she dodges out of the way. Kind of like trips this guy as he goes past. He crashes to one knee, and he immediately gets up. But you now realize that the guy that's trying to grapple her and keep her here is now right next to you, Bones. And that is his turn. Dinrith Avrindar does not enjoy the situation that she is in. She is going to... Can't use that because she can't fucking see anything. God damn it. Has a whippy whip. Is going to whip crack. Whip crack. Because what the hell? No. She's gonna disengage. She's gonna disengage and move. There's so many layers of people here. What?
Yeah.
Disengage, step through the line of her allies, and I guess technically go 5. There, and that is, I think, all she can really do in this particular moment. Yes, I think so. That's it for her turn. Ezra, you're up. Your prey flees before you.
Hearing what I have heard, do I have a general beat on where the shout was coming from and Bones
You
calling out her name?
Bones was doing that relatively quietly, so he was more like, Tirzana, it's me, Bones, right? Like that kind of scenario amidst the shouting conflict. So I don't think you would have heard him, but you definitely heard the drow that was yelling about her escaping, and then you hear the sounds of struggling again to the south, right? So from a general bead, roll of perception, your DC is going to be 14.
How about a 7?
It's south. You're just not quite sure where south.
Good thing I have 50 movement.
That's true.
So I'm going to start moving south.
Are you just going through people?
Yep.
Okay. Very fair.
I assume I'm shocking people as I go through
Yeah,
them.
I mean, absolutely. In theory, you're going through them and just shocking them as you kind of like zip zop through them. And because of the blinded condition, they can't actually attack you because you have to be able to see someone to make an attack of opportunity against them. Roll. We'll roll all of your zip zoppies whenever you're done. Where else are you moving?
Keep moving down.
Okay. All right. You see a figure near you.
I do.
Yep. Well, you see.
My border is not opaque. Is too opaque, so I can't see to the south of me in this.
Gotcha. Let me see if I can improve that
I believe you.
slightly. That's gonna be just like straight up, isn't it?
Well, with the label, it still doesn't. It covers it enough that I can see there's a circle there, but I can't see shit.
Gotcha. Okay. But you can see that something is there now. So yeah, you see there is a figure. You head south. There is a figure there. Roll me 2d8s real quick because for the 2 people you passed through.
Sure.
3 and 6. Little shout of alarm as you pass through them. And yeah, you roll up on a figure. You roll up on another figure. Did you cast invisibility on Bones?
No, he has the potion.
He has the potion. Okay, gotcha. So you bump into a furry figure.
I have not moved into his space yet.
You have not moved into space. Okay, so you can sense that there are people in this generalized area.
Do I get the sense that the 2 people below me are wrestling?
There seems to be some sort of like attempt at. They're not like deadlocked at this moment, but they seem to be facing off against one another. Yes.
I am going to move into the space of the person to the south of me.
Sure. As you do that, you actually see this other individual, who looks a little like off balance, turns, and as he turns, he's also seeing silhouettes in the smoke, right? So he sees the figure that you're moving into the space of, sees their silhouette, sees this crackling energy, right, and kind of turns and in surprise, looks over and shouts out in Elvish, the cat man's here!"
He's
Hey,
the
Jeremy.
cat man.
Now, if this is far too late for this, I intended to do this and completely forgot, and it wouldn't change anything yet.
Sure.
But if I wanted to apply my brand of tethering when I
Sure.
landed that hit last turn, could I?
Yeah, absolutely. Why wouldn't you be?
Okay. Here's a good lord. That's a lot longer than it used
That's
to
a
be.
copy pasta.
You're just gonna have to
Yeah.
fucking tell me what that shit does when it's applicable. But what
Yep.
what this tells you, Ezra, and this tells you, Bones, as well, right? This individual can see through Bones' invisibility, right? Like this individual can the smoke, right, is still fucking them up, right? So they still have the blinded condition, but for whatever reason, they can see through Bones' invisibility.
So that is the person that I have encompassed?
No, that is, as you crackle into the other person, you hear this cry of alarm go up from Dear Zonafreth as you deal 1d8 points of damage to her.
Balls.
Oops.
Whoops.
And then I shift on top of...
Into the other guy? Okay, sounds
Yep.
good.
How do you
Yep.
say I'm sorry in electricity?
Roll me another d8. Ooh, only 2. Gotcha. Okay,
Can we
sweet.
swap those numbers around?
And then I begin shocking the ever-living piss out of this man.
But shocking. Go ahead.
It's like
14
Blanca in Street
is
Fighter, just-
a miss, and a 16, unfortunately,
Is he wearing armor? Are they wearing
ooh,
armor?
That is a good question.
If that matters, because I'm already rolling at advantage, disadvantage.
Yeah, I don't,
cross-section.
because you would get advantage with Shocking Grasp if they're wearing metal armor, but you already have advantage, disadvantage, so it's irrelevant. They are wearing studded leather armor, which I think technically is not
Isn't.
supposed to
Yep.
be, but they're wielding, but regardless. So unfortunately, neither of those really purchase, right? Like, you're in the person, so you're technically hitting him, but it's like having charge pads, right? Like, you are lightning and you crackled into him, but you're trying to hit him with the charge pads and he's being real fucking wily about it. So you're like not getting a good connection to where you can let the electricity flow from you into him.
End of my turn.
You hear him kind of like montaging in Elvish under his breath. He goes, "I am Gelgos Argenray. I am Gelgos Argenray. I am Gelgos Argenray." And that's the end of your turn.
Well, okay then.
He's hyping himself up. Kireth
You're
Incorza.
Kel Grossenday?
God. You all hear another shout, a commanding tone, right? Come up. You, Ezra, here.
Typing of keyboard.
You hear that? Ashes. You're at the Corza.
Right. Before she does anything,
Sure.
I'm going to swipe my hand across the my chest where she stab me where there's like a collection of blood and necrosis.
Do you have to see her to be able to do what you're doing? In the verbiage of whatever you're
she
doing,
can't be invisible. She's got branding.
Doesn't matter. It's the smoke.
Your smoke.
It's the smoke. You can't. You are not blind. You are not under the blind condition because of your crossbow, but you still can't see people because of the smoke.
Can I? Okay, so
whatever you're trying to do you have to see?
Yeah. Does it say a target you can see?
No, it says a target I can see.
Then you can't hit her with whatever. Basically, you're all blind fighting right now. You're all just, a person is there. You can't see them. You're just stabbing wildly into the darkness. So, unfortunately, there are a lot of abilities that are like, you must see this person in order to do this ability. Because it's part of the magic, is witnessing their visage and calling it forth towards them and that type of shit.
Gotcha.
Because I'm assuming you're going to Blood Curse of the Eyeless her, and I'm pretty sure that requires being able to see. Now,
try to avoid getting fucking murdered.
She still has disadvantage on you, right? So let's see how this goes.
Fucking murdered.
The lance streaks out. Big fucking 11. Big fucking natural
please
1.
Tell me she skewers one of her allies.
I swear to God. Well, there's no ally in the direction that she's striking, so
it's a lance. She could reach halfway across the.
That shouldn't happen. However,
I agree with the lance.
However, if she confirms this critical, she does not. Okay. Jay over there sweating bullets. It looks like. She has no other targets currently. She keeps swinging at the Wolfman. 13. Miss. Last attack.
She cannot KO you with this hit.
I use my reaction. Wait, no. Oh,
it takes you to a 20.
No, I can't.
If you did, it would take you to a
21.
It would take you to a 22.
Half plate.
Yeah.
I have a breastplate, reducing my AC to 1. So even if I did use it and bumped it up to AC,
it would still hit.
AC goes to 22, meets it, beats it, I still get hit. God damn it.
Let's see that con save, homie.
No!
You take 16 piercing damage and 18 necrotic damage as the Death Lance's necrosis rips through you. You have already been affected by the pain, the torturous pain that the Death Lance afflicts. You cannot be afflicted by it again. You do not have to make DC 18. It is just the first hit taken by the Death Lance on a creature.
What?
And the third attack.
I mean, technically it's the first in a 24-hour period, so I guess you could get hit by it again.
Regardless, if I get hit by that again, I'm going down.
Well, we'll see how it goes. So she very calmly, you hear the like clack, clack, clack of her stilettos as she repositions herself, stabs, thrusts, spins, stabs, thrusts, spins, sweeps it across, and eventually scores a blow that sears into your flesh, and you feel your body beginning to wither and die under the necrosis that she's afflicting you with. You hear Zalara in your head. She says, "I like this. Keep it together." And that is the end of turn 7. We are on turn 8. We're getting pretty close to the invisibility naturally coming off. Some things happen in the fog of war. While this is all happening. We are going to take these and go. I gotta double check that. Okay. That happens. And I think as we head into this 8th turn of this combat, you guys have been in this room for the last few few moments, right? The last 12 to 18 seconds. In being in this room, a lot of shit has happened. A lot of people have been hurt. You have hurt a lot of people. But it is very much a situation of whatever else is happening in this room, this Karethe Korza, the High Inquisitor of Lonwelv Ovrindar, she's a fucking problem. And if something doesn't happen soon, she's gonna put you in the dirt. We're gonna take our break. We'll be back in just a few minutes with more Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Bye-bye, everybody. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.